Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Zelkenon and welcome back to another episode of Smite Super Builds. And today we have Tank Bacchus. I haven't done a Tank Bacchus build yet. Mainly because I felt like tanks all kind of build similarly. It's sort of like, most hunters build the same way, but most tanks build the same way. But since it was asked, I might as well do it anyway. And this will kind of also cover general bases of playing the supports in the Conquest duo lane. So, he actually poured wine on this drumstick. That's awesome. Alright, so let's get into it. Actives. So, as kind of trends come in and out, the actives kind of change every now and then. But, Hand of Gods, still by Hand of Gods, when you first start, level 1 Hand of Gods, make sure you buy the starter item. You want to buy a Watcher's Gift. This will help you so much with your gold. If you look at the passive, when a friendly god kills a minion in lane near you, you also gain last hit bonus. Also, gold per 5 is increased by 1. So, may not seem a lot, but it's definitely a lot. Those last hits will help you so much more because as a guardian, you won't be getting many of the kills at all. You won't be, clearing minion waves. You won't be jungling that much. Instead, you'll be doing the team fights, going across the jungle and helping other lanes and whatnot. So you're always going to be behind as far as XP and gold. So to help that out, you definitely want to get Watcher's Gift as your start item. Now, it used to be, a thing to get Eye of Providence for Guardians. Now, you can still go this route. It really depends. It's up to you on your personal preference. You can just go and buy wards. Wards are only 50 gold now. I believe in the past they used to be more expensive. Just keep in mind you can only hold up to 2 of these at one time. So, either buy Eye of Providence or place wards. You have to do one of the two. Or else you're going to get ganked and you're going to lose your lane, almost guaranteed. So you definitely want to ward up your lane at the very least. Maybe like put it in the intersections where all the kind of paths intersect into your lane. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying about that. But definitely get that. If you're going to go with the buying wards, try to get like Feebling Curse. This will help you out a lot in team fights. So when you belly flop in, not only will you ulti, you can use a Feebling Curse. So now they're drunk and they're super slow and their attack speed is reduced. If you're fighting healers, obviously you can weaken a curse. This will slow all heals down by 100% for the duration. So it's really good to have. Those are just for some little tips there as far as actives. Of course, later on, you definitely want to sell Watcher's Gift, so that's why you see I have Magi's Blessing. So just ignore the fact of that for right now, and just imagine this. Next, you want to go into Midas Boots. This is for Guardians typically. Warriors don't really do this anymore, but with the patch coming up, I don't know what Warriors are anymore. So Midas Boots is sort of like the trend to go by. Reason being is the passive gold per 5 is increased by 5. That's a lot. So between Watcher's Gift and Midas Boots, you're going to be able to keep up to pace with the rest of the everybody in the game as far as gold. So this will allow you to buy your items much quickly because the tanky items are semi-expensive. And like I said, you're not getting any kills for a majority of the time. So moving on, we're going to go with Sovereignty. We definitely need a heavy defensive item since we don't have any for the first two. So Sovereignty is just at 400 health. That's a lot. 65 physical protection plus the aura. The aura does affect you, so you will get an additional 20 physical and magical protection. So at the same time, you are getting a little bit more magical protection with the one item, and it helps in team fights so much. This is a must-have item if you're doing support. Moving on to Bulwark of Hope, since our magical protection will be low, we definitely want to pick this up. This will also help you so much on the health. Plus 450, that's a lot of health. Really good passive also for the team fights when you're trying to get away, so you reduce the oncoming damage. Next, Stone Gaia. Now, of course, it really depends on how many magical gods you're going against, so address that accordingly. But mainly, you have a mage in the middle lane, and you may have Freya jungling or whatnot. or you may have like a mage in the solo lane. So just kind of gauge on how many mages you're fighting against, and you know how many magical items you get. So I was, you know, if you're fighting a balanced team, you may still want to get Stone of Gaia. It's a really great item to have, mainly for the passive and then the plus, you know, HP 5, MP 5 overall. It helps you sustain so much. It's highly recommended if you're fighting a balanced team of, you know, mages and whatnot. Next, Breastplate of Valor. So we do need, you know, he does consume a bit of mana, and we need to get our physical protection higher up, since now we're leaning towards like the late game phase by this time, and those hunters and assassins start scaling really high because they're going to have rage, deathbringer, malice, you know, those hard crit, hard hitting items, and penetration. So Breastplate of Valor is pretty cheap and gives you a lot of protection. Also, the passive plus, reduces your cooldowns by 25%. That's a lot. So, you know, later you do want to sell this. You can have fun with this however you want to. Since you do get bonus protections using your wand before you go into a team fight, you can go the more HP route. If I can find this here in a second. You can go up to Ethereal Staff. This will give you a little bit more magical power, but also a crazy amount of health. And your health, since you already have, you know, 3,200 health right now, if you buy this, you'd be sitting up at 3,800 health and 107 magical power. Your ult is going to hit hard. So that's just one recommendation. Other recommendation, if you're having a lot of, if you're fighting a lot against, you know, quite a bit of crowd control people, Magi's Blessing, also really good. So this way, you can bounce in and not get stunned instantly. So that's just some tips and tricks right there. That's gonna wrap it up for the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.